Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633 and today I'm bringing you the Transformers Combiner Wars Generations Deluxe Class Offroad. Now Offroad is the final of the second wave of figures released in Wave 2, and while he isn't the best by any means, I still think he's pretty decent. Now he does come with a comic like the others. He comes with Transformers, should I say, Robots in Disguise issue 15. So pretty much it goes like 14, 15, 16, 17, you get at least within the second wave of Transformers, so at least you have it in order. But anyways, we'll take a look at the contents of the box. Obviously the comic, as I mentioned. It does come with this twin-barreled kind of Gatling gun kind of design, and this axe, which kind of looks out of place since the others have swords, but it still looks okay overall. Now we'll take a look at the box. It shows the usual schematics as usual. It shows that it does combine into Menasor, and he is part 5 of 5 of Menasor, meaning that he is the final component. Obviously, that doesn't include, what's his name? Blackjack. Now here, he is marketed as a leg. It shows the components here. Shows a picture of Offroad, and it transfers in 10 steps. And on the back of the comic, as usual, still says the usual thing by Soundwave, and a bunch of bios, so I really like that. Anyway, we'll take a look at Offroad. Now, he is a bit more generic than the other components. He doesn't have that much of a unique transformation compared to the others, and it's actually a little bit more simple than the other figures overall. But before that, we'll take a look at the articulation. His head is on a ball joint, so allows full movement. His arm is on a ball joint, which also allows full movement. And he's got a double joint once again due to transformation. He's got a single ratchet elbow joint, which can go either way, and it can also swivel, but no wrist articulation. It's got waist articulation as usual. Its legs are on ball joints, allow full movement. Also, it's got a swivel. It can bend at the knee just about 9 degrees, a little bit less, and nothing else. He doesn't have any feet, ankle pivots, or anything, so there you go. So it's pretty generic in terms of overall design, but I still think it looks cool. The axe can fit really well on his hand if you wished. You can also plug in the Gatling guns. So there, it looks armed up. So I think it works pretty well. You can, if you wish, for some reason, you can kind of plug the axe on the side so you can give him this sideways axe attack, but it'll be better on the other side since he'll be facing the right direction. Kind of giving this side axe thing if you wished, which is kind of odd, but at least you can kind of plug in anywhere since he does have a few places to plug in the weapons. For transformation, it's quite simple. What you're going to do is turn the head around so that it isn't exposed in vehicle mode. You just pull this piece up and collapse it. And now, what you're going to do is collapse the doors on the side. Then you're going to open up the leg components. You're just going to collapse them. For some reason it's not seem to be working very well. Okay. Going to collapse them like this. So there you go. It's going to slide in to a little opening inside the cavity there, so there you go. Now you just push in the feet further, so it looks like that. Then you just plug them together, and just plug in the arms. Once you get the pieces into place, you'll have Offroad in his vehicle mode. Now, Offroad is not like the rest of the Stunticons, similar to what went Alpha Bravo, but at least since he does turn into a pickup truck, it's a little bit more close on like the helicopter to the Aerobots. But regardless, obviously this isn't based on a G1 character, but more of the character featured in the IDW comics of the Transformers Robots in Disguise. But I still think it looks okay overall, and I think it's pretty decent, at least representation until Wildrider comes out, or Breakneck as they call it. Now remember, the other component for Slingshot was named Quickslinger. I don't know why I forgot it in the review, but You can plug this here, I think. There's a little opening where it's got a way to plug it in. Let me see if it is. Or actually try this. Okay, actually, no, you don't. You can't plug it in. I'm not sure exactly what this plug is for, but what you can do, if you wish, just plug on the axe on the side, and I guess you can kind of plug on the other weapon here. So it does have quite a bit of area where you can plug in, since it also has one up here, and obviously the back, but that's only due to the combination mode. You can arm him up and gives him this armored pickup truck mode, which not quite sure how well it'll be good with an axe on the side there. But I think it rolls pretty well, and I think it works pretty decent as a component of Menasor. Now, while Offroad's transformation is definitely more on the simple side compared to the rest of the pieces of Menasor, which have a lot more unique transformations, and for him it's a little bit more straightforward, I still think Offroad is a pretty nice addition to the pieces of Menasor. Now, if you're solely going G1, then I can understand why you'd be skipping him and just waiting for the actual Wildrider when it comes out, but I still think he's worth getting, especially if you want to at least have a combination Menasor as of now until the full one comes out, and I think he works pretty well for what it is. Now, I don't really see any problems with Offroad. I could see why also, that since he isn't the traditional kind of stunt vehicle, since it's more of a pickup truck rather than the stunt cars, I still think he's okay to pick up, and I actually still recommend him. I got this from Hasbro Toy Shop along with the rest of the other figures of Wave 2, and I can't wait to see Wave 3 and Defensor turns out. Anyways, please comment and subscribe, check out Hirotaku and the associated podcast on Rajio Nihon. We have WRW, Hirotaku, and Hero News. And also, please comment and subscribe, check out the channels down below, and check me out on Twitter under Darkon633, and I'll see you on YouTube. Bye.